Hey guys. Hello, hello. This is Julie. I'm sure most of you guys know who I am. If you are here, say hello. I see you guys all joining. Let me just pull up my chat and let me pull up my Q&A box. Hi. Hello, guys. I'm so happy to finally meet you. I have been working on One Funnel Away behind the scenes, but I haven't had a chance to actually hang out with you guys, which is super, super fun. Hello, hello from Colorado, New York City. Walter says, great trainings. Thank you. You look much younger in person than your profile pic. Yeah, I'm 16 with 4 kids. All right. So the reason why we decided to schedule this training is I have been, basically tracking with you guys through this whole challenge, trying to give you some tactical, more step-by-step stuff. And I know that this week is massive, right? Because week 1, it was offer, week 2 is publishing, week 3 is funnel. And so it's all sort of starting to pile up. And I know that next week is the last week. This is the time of the challenge that you're going to get fatigued. And so I wanted to open up myself here for you guys for your questions. So before we get started, I just want to give everybody there's a lot of people and I want to try to get through as many questions as possible. So you should be able to see a Q&A box where you can actually ask questions. I don't know how Steven runs his coaching sessions, but I would love it if you use the Q&A box instead of the chat, just because the chat runs so fast that it's going to be hard for me and I don't want to miss any questions. And I want to be able to kind of unstick you guys, especially when it comes to building your funnel, all those final details. Now, full disclaimer, I have watched all of Russell's teachings, but I haven't been on Steven's trainings, mostly because I'm, busy doing other things. So I apologize in advance if I give you advice that isn't exactly completely 1000% aligned, just because I'm going to try to give you the tactical stuff. So forgive me, if I don't say exactly consistently on brand. I'm doing the best I can. With 3 coaches, sometimes we all have different ways of doing the same thing. So I'm just putting that out there so you guys know, if Steven told you something and I tell you something slightly different, just go with whatever resonates with you. Same thing with Russell. We all have different ways of, kind of accumulating information. So hopefully my angle can help any of you who are stuck. I hope you guys have been enjoying Steven. I got the chance to hang out with Steven in Phoenix last week for the Traffic Secrets event. And he and I have so much fun together. It's we're both students of Russell. We're both his little proteges, and we kind of manifest 2 totally different sides of Russell. It's so much fun hanging out with him. And I have just absolutely loved this challenge and hanging out with you guys in Mighty Networks and, just seeing how things are going. So this has been just as much fun for me as it is for you guys. All right. So I'm just look at the comments here. Steven is amazing. If he doesn't do his Monday scream in Instagram, I'm on Voxer. I'm where's your Monday scream? I need it. Okay. So again, before we get started, I'm seeing all these comments come in. Please put your questions in the Q&A thread. That way I can keep track of them and I can answer them as we go. I don't want to miss anybody. All right, cool. All right, Andre the Giant. Is that really your name? Okay, I'm going to move the chat out of the way and I'm going to come check on the chat in a minute. Okay, awesome. I'm going to start right at the top. So Richard's question is first. He says, holy cow, this moves fast. When you have various options in the funnel, so if you have multiple OTOs, multiple upsells and downsells, will ClickFunnels handle the multiple avenues and know how to dynamically deliver the products and services to the customer? Do you have multiple thank you pages, multiple avenues for follow-up emails? A little confused when mapping it out. All right, that's an amazing question. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to say that I'm going to answer this one live and share it. Okay, so Richard is asking, you've got multiple OTOs. How does ClickFunnels know who to deliver what to? It's great question. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a different account actually while I'm thinking of it. I'm going to go into my Funnel Gorgeous account because this is a perfect example of this. I sell basically in a funnel. I'll show you the funnel. It has exactly the same setup as you guys are doing, which is the tripwire page, the order bump, and the OTO. So you can see here, here's the sales page for the offer, right? So this is the one offer. It's like a $49 offer. Then they go in, they can buy the $49 offer. But you can see there's actually multiple options here. There's not just one product. And in addition, there is the order bump, which is an extra template. And then on top of it, we have an OTO. So in this particular funnel, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the OTO, which would make 5 products, right? So how does ClickFunnels know what to deliver where? Well, very simply, there's a couple of things you can do. Number one, if you go into the order page and then you go to the products, you'll see here, this is the one funnel template. This is the webinar version template. This is the bundle if you want to get them together. And this is the members area. This is the order bump right here. If you go into the product and go to fulfillment email, this email fires for every product they purchase. So if I have someone come through and they buy the product and they buy the order bump and they buy the OTO, they're going to get 3 emails, and each fulfillment email is going to have whatever you want it to say. Like it could be super, super specific. It could be super, super generic. Okay. Now, when you set up a product, there's like a merge tag, and it asks you where you want that merge tag to go. And so if you have a members area, you want to set it to the members area that you have your content in, so that when they are in that fulfillment email, they click on it and goes to the members area. So that's what this is right here. The merge tag is not in this email, but that's just because of how I chose to do it. But what happens is it sends them to the members area. And now in the members area, it's important. I'm going to go here to, not this, yeah, this one will work fine. In the members area, when you're setting up your members area, the lesson sections are the product restrict. So you see how it says restrict access right here? What you can do is you can choose the product that they have to purchase in order to see that part. So if you have your members area all set up and you have one lesson section, that's the course, one lesson section, that's the order bump, one lesson section, that's the OTO, and then you go into the members area and you assign a product to each thing, then when they get their fulfillment email, you give them their instructions, they go to the members area, and they will only see what they purchased. Okay, so I hope that explains that. Also, another thing I'll mention before I finish this question is if you want to have different follow-up sequences depending on what they buy, you can also do that here. If you go over to the order form and you go to the products and you go into the product, not only do you have a fulfillment email, but you also have an email integration option. So if you're going to ActiveCampaign or ConvertKit or MailChimp, or you're just using Actionetics, you can actually create on submit when they purchase this particular product. This is the tag that we're going to add them to. This is the list we're going to add them to. And this is the sequence that's then going to fire off depending on what they purchase. So if someone purchases a product and you want them to buy the OTO, maybe the sequence that you attach when someone buys that one is, hey, do you want to go back and add this to your order? You can kind of like round them about. Okay. All right. So I'm going to say that one is done. Okay. All right. So let's see what's next. We've got Brian. He says, how would you recommend setting this up for ClickFunnels affiliate? So since there's really no order bump or OTO that we can do. All right, so for those of you guys who are wondering about, I'm going to stop sharing here for a second. For those of you who are wondering, hey, I don't have any info products. I just want to sell ClickFunnels as an affiliate. The share funnel that we gave you is not designed necessarily for affiliate offers. It's designed more for info product offers. That said, I can show you kind of what I do, and you can modify the funnel. That probably would be helpful, huh? So let me show you what I would do. If I was going to turn the share funnel that we gave you into an affiliate funnel, this is what I would do. Let me just pull this up. Share my screen again. Okay. I'm trying to get it to go to the share funnel, but it may, here we go. Okay. Let's go, let's go. All right. I just have to find it. Give me 1 minute. It may take a little while. One funnel away. Here it is. Found it. So what I would do if I were you is that I would create a sales page for the affiliate offer, right? So I would take this page that you guys have right here, whatever design you have it in, and I would turn this into your affiliate offer. And I know because I've actually done this for myself, you can see, that's what it's called. Yeah, yay, okay. So basically, this is my affiliate offer sales page. So I'm saying to people like, hey, if you want to buy ClickFunnels under my link, here's all the cool stuff that you're going to get. So this is my sales page. So you just literally, not that, you literally take this page and you talk about all the cool bonuses people are going to get when they buy ClickFunnels. So you can see that that's exactly what I did here. It's like, hey, blah, 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 blah. At the bottom of the page, I say, purchase one of these products under my link. So these are any of these products. Now, what I chose to do, this is a little techie, so just imagine you have one right here, just like ClickFunnels, right? So they click on this. What happens is it takes them to another page with an opt-in. Okay, so you kind of rearrange the funnel a little bit, which is like, hey, opt in and now go get ClickFunnels. Now, why am I doing that? I'm doing that so that I have the lead so that I can follow up with them later and I can create a sequence if they don't buy ClickFunnels, okay? So I do that. So basically you would take this page, the squeeze page, and you'd swap them around. So the sales page would be first, the squeeze page would be second, which is, hey, step one, blah, 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 blah. Now, I want to show you what happens here. When you opt in and you click this button, it submits the information and then it redirects them to ClickFunnels. Now, it's probably not going to, actually, you know what I should do? Hold on. Is do it in an incognito window since so this is the page. I'm just going to pretend like I'm not logged in so you guys can see. And I'll show you exactly how to do this. So now they're going to submit their information. Can you see how it redirected to ClickFunnels with my affiliate ID? I'll show you exactly how I did that. So what you do is you go into your squeeze page and you set it up so that it says submits the page. So it's going to submit the contact information of the person who wants to buy ClickFunnels. And then you're going to go into the settings and go to general. And you see how it says on submit go to? What that means is on submit, once they've submitted their contact information, take them to ClickFunnels. So this is where you're going to put your affiliate ID right here. Can you use the order bump? Can you use the OTO? No, you can't because you're not actually taking payment. So really what you would do is you would take the sales page first, you create the opt-in as the second page, and then it's just going to redirect right to ClickFunnels. And most of your communication with your customer is going to happen in the follow-up sequence. And so that's kind of what I would do here, but make sure you use all the same rules that we talked about with a great offer and stack an amazing offer. I mean, you can see here on this page for becoming a ClickFunnels affiliate, you can see that I'm giving them an offer. Like, look at all the bonuses and the workshops and the testimonials and all that kind of stuff. So you really want to focus on that and give them a lot of value as much as possible. Okay. Robert's question says, how long is the information going to be available after the end of the challenge? I just talked to Russell about this. It is a hard date. We are going to, once we offboard everybody, we are going to delete the group. That's all I can say right now. But just know that Russell loves to over-deliver. And so at the end of the challenge, he's going to have a video for you. Steven's going to have some stuff for you. It's just, everybody hang tight. It'll be amazing. Okay. All right. Bev says, for a clarification, I'm going to stop sharing here for a second. For an affiliate funnel, do we put our special offer on the squeeze page, or do we add a page between the squeeze page and the VSL with our special offer? I think I answered that question. It's basically what we call a reverse squeeze, where you do the sales page first. Then when they click the button, it takes them to a pop-up, right? And then once you grab the information, you redirect them over to ClickFunnels. Cool. All right, Andre the Giant says he is stuck, or he or she, I'm assuming it's a he. I'm stuck on sales copy. Is a sales page structured in the same way as the start, story, solution script, and .com secrets? There's multiple ways to write sales copy. On the sales page itself, there are copy prompts. I don't know if you saw, but yesterday, and I'm going to actually, this is a good opportunity to kind of go through this real quick with you guys. I gave you basically a sales page swipe file. In funnel scripts, there's a bunch of different scripts you can use. There's there is the star story solution script. There is the long form sales script. There's the short form sales script. There's the sideways webinar, which is where you write the copy kind of like a webinar, and that becomes your script. There's multiple ways to skin that cat. I know for some people it can get really, it can feel, I don't know, nerve-wracking to write sales copy. Let me go find what I gave yesterday. I'm trying to remember. Right here, this sales page swipe file. This is something that I used to give away all the time, so I gave it away for you guys. Basically, you could write your sales copy using this by just following the prompt. So big, bold intro statement, right? You can use Jim Edwards' free headline generator script to get that big, bold headline. Right? And then ignite their imagination. So I was like, hey, how would whatever, life, business, relationships be different if you could, and then just fill in the blanks. Know X, make X, break X, receive. If you literally follow this, you can write really good sales copy. And it's all just like fill in the blank. It's kind of Mad Lib-ish like. So I would do that if I were you. You'll realize how long sales copy has to be once you get through this thing. You'll be like, oh my gosh. But there's a lot of fill in the blanks here. So it should be easier to write than just, blinking cursor syndrome. You know what I mean? Can you put an order bump on the squeeze page? Dean's asking that question. No, the only way that you can put an order bump on a page is if someone is putting their credit card information in. And so if on a squeeze page, they haven't put their credit card information in, they've only put their contact information in. So it's impossible to add an order bump on a squeeze page. Okay. Is CF GDPR compliant now? Couldn't find anything clear about that issue. You know what? I use ClickFunnels and I am GDPR compliant. I put a little notice. Sorry, I got to turn this off. I put a little notice at the top of my funnels. I make a little bar that says we use cookies, and then they click the button and it hides the section. I also make it really clear in the way I phrase the copy so that they understand that when they're opting in, they're also opting into my list, and I make sure it's super easy for them to opt out at any time that they want. So, ClickFunnels is always working on that. I can't really speak to the legalities of it, but I can tell you that it is definitely something that's on their radar and something that they're working on, and that all of us are really using our copy and our sales messaging to communicate clearly to the customer so that the expectations are accurate. Sam says, we're supposed to avoid using technobabble, but I remember Russell in one of his other videos talking about using language that would jibe with his particular customer, like funnels for entrepreneurs. Is it okay to use language that will weed out non-customers for my free product? Yes, absolutely. You can do that. It is important to use the right language for your customer. So it's, for him, saying 108 split tests wasn't really technobabble for his ideal customer, right? It might have been technobabble for his not ideal customer, but that's okay. That was the point of that. So it's like, as long as it's not technobabble for your ideal avatar, use it. If it's technobabble for your ideal avatar, then that means you're using technobabble. That makes sense. Lisa says, how to make an affiliate offer with ClickFunnels, how to make the offer unique and appealing. So in terms of logistics, I just showed you kind of how to do that. I think that what you need to do is think about a particular niche or market that you can serve, right? And so maybe it's dentists or chiropractors or authors or restaurants or whatever it happens to be. If you find that particular niche and you think about how they would use ClickFunnels, and you think about how important marketing is for them and their specific things, then you can frame an offer around their particular business needs. So that's kind of my general advice for creating a good offer. Obviously, if you go through all the stuff that Russell talks about and like start to get inside the mind of the person that you're going to serve. But first you need to figure out who you're going to serve and what niche you're going to serve. Raymond says, I understand there's no undo button. What is the easiest way to go back to a previous version? Okay. I should probably just keep my screen shared for most of the time here, huh? So the best way to do that is on any single page, you can go to the page settings. Hold on one second. It used to be here. There we go. So if you go to the page, you can see the version history, the last 5 saves in the past 30 days. If you really make a mistake, you can go over here and you can preview and restore the last several versions if you made a mistake. So that's the best way that I would do it. Walter says, during the prospect's journey through a funnel that contains an affiliate OTO component, doesn't that affiliate link take them away from my funnel, effectively breaking it? So yes, Walter, you can't actually use the order bump and the OTO in an affiliate funnel. What you have to do is create that amazing offer, grab their lead information, and then send them on to the third-party checkout. This particular funnel is not actually an affiliate funnel, although as I just showed, you can basically take the sales page and the squeeze page, switch them around, use those 2 pages, and then you wouldn't actually need to use the order form, the OTO, or the order confirmation. And basically the way my affiliate funnel works is that once they go buy ClickFunnels, because remember, I grabbed their lead information before they went to ClickFunnels. Because I have that lead information, I'm sending an email to them, giving them the exact instructions as to what they have to do, which is number 1, go buy ClickFunnels. Number 2, email me your receipt. And then I add them to the members area once they've done those things. Craig says, I'm going to promote ClickFunnels as an affiliate. The way I understand it is that we can't have an OTO page because once they click away, I lose them. Is that correct? Or is there a way around this? Okay. Clearly this was a big sticking point for you guys. It's good to know for going forward. Yeah. So exactly everything that I've just been saying. Taylor says, is the 30-day challenge going to be taken down? Yes. But Russell is full of surprises. So he is going to, he's always got a solution for everything. So everybody, yes, it all is all going away for sure. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be accessible ever again, but just hang tight on that. Okay, a few questions about scripts and funnel scripts. Do I use the long epiphany bridge script every time I tell a story? No, you don't have to. When would I use the short one? For example, do I use the long one when it's telling the meat of my story and use the short one when pulling hooks, or do I use the long for every story? Whenever you're telling an epiphany bridge, you're trying to give them an epiphany, right? So for some stories, you're going to need to really do a lot of build up to get that emotional moment. For other stories, the epiphany bridge could just be something super quick, right? And you could just be like, hey, this is kind of like when I did this, right? So for example, if I'm giving you an example about the difference between cold, warm, and hot traffic, right? And I'm trying to explain this concept. And I'll be like, it's kind of like if you were a coach for authors and you were selling author services. A cold person might not even know that a book is an answer to the fact that they need more influence. A warm person might be like, oh, I need to write a book so I can have more credibility, but I don't know how to write a book. A hot person might be like, I need a book. I don't know how to write a book, but I know Julie is a coach for authors, right? I just told that story super fast and you're having the aha about the difference between cold, warm, and hot, right? It didn't take that long. So it's really about how much buildup you need to do to get them the aha. Okay. So, I would say that try not to get too stuck in all of that, I think that like an epiphany bridge story is just, think of it as, where were you before you had that aha moment? And what path did you take that led you to that aha moment? And that can be a short or a long story. Try not to get like too in your head about it, because you'll just get better and better at it. And once you get better at it and you go back to Expert Secrets and you look at it again, you'll start to see like new layers of it. Is SMTP necessary if you are using ActiveCampaign or MailChimp? Nope, you can just use ActiveCampaign or MailChimp. Any tips for us doing a free plus shipping offer in this challenge? All the share funnels are for free only. They're not actually. The share funnels are just not set up with a two-step. That's really what you're saying, is like, you want a two-step order form instead of a one-step order form, and you want the order form to be on the front. So basically, you can, if you want to, create a two-step. You can, what you'd have to do though, is you'd have to grab the design of the sales page, save the sections, create a new order form that's the two-step, and add the sections with the two-step on to the right of it. That's what I would do if I were you, because those sections are on a sales page style page, but what you need to do is take that design and put it on a two-step order form. So you'd have to create that new two-step order form, and then you wouldn't need to use the squeeze page. You could still use the OTO, you could still use the order conf, and you could still use the members area. Eric says, I have an offline local service. I created a unique method of creating custom orthotics. Ultimately, I have to take the process offline to a phone, close, schedule, and evaluation. So Eric, for you, what I would do is I would kind of do similarly to what I just said for everyone in the affiliate. I would start with the sales page. Then secondly, go to an opt-in. So you collect the lead information. And instead of going to an order form, I would go to a simple application form. You know what I mean? Embed a Google form, embed a Wufoo form, embed an application that then once you get that information, you can call the customer. Brian says, on the squeeze page for the footer of the pages, what is the best to use for the website if you're doing an affiliate funnel? So for the footer, you just need, I know people got stressed out about this. I saw that. I was like, oh, I'm not trying to stress you out. I would just do some like free privacy policy. You can go privacy policy generator or whatever and create a free privacy policy. And then put your contact information at the bottom. Just basically Facebook wants to see that you're a legit business. So if you have like a copyright, your business name, a phone number, an address, privacy policy, et cetera, that should be enough. When is the training coming down? At the end of the challenge. Okay, I can't figure out domain. Select the domain you'll be utilizing for this SMTP. No matter what I enter, it gives me an error saying, please select domain name. Okay, so I know this is a little complicated. When you set up an SMTP, it's going to ask for what domain are you sending from. Pretty sure you can just leave that blank. For those of you who want the complicated answer, I can send you to the help files. But the reality is that in email, when you send, so for example, if you set up a MailChimp account, it's going to ask you for what email are you going to use. And I would say like Julie Stroyan, like it wants a professional email address, right? It's going to send that email for you. It's going to show up in your user's inbox and it's going to say, hey, this email is from julie@juliestroyan.com. But if you look at the details, it's going to say via MailChimp, blah, 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 right? Via ConvertKit, blah, 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 via ActiveCampaign, local hosted, blah, 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 blah. So basically what it's saying is like, hey, this message is from Julie, but it was sent like using the MailChimp domain that they have. When you get your own SMTP, it's like you're going to the next step. And now they're like, hey, do you want a whitelist? Like, do you want it to come from your own domain? Basically, the more deep you get into online marketing. There's lots of people that don't just want their email to say from Julie at Julie Stoyan. It also wants to say via juliestoyan.com. It doesn't want to look like it's coming from MailChimp or ConvertKit or anything like that. So when you set up SMTP, it's going to ask you, like, do you want this sent from a whitelisted domain? But if you haven't actually gone through the process of whitelisting your domain and getting a dedicated IP and all this kind of stuff, like, it's not going to make any sense. But I'm pretty sure that you can just leave that blank. I could be wrong. Double check with tech support on that one. Cindy says, this is not backend. I get all the building. I have the CF suite. My question is, with my domain through CF, how does the email integration work? I've tried the help docs and I'm just not getting it. Okay, so if you buy your domain through ClickFunnels, you still need a professional email address with which to send email. You can't send email with an @gmail.com email address or an @Yahoo or an @AOL, so help you God. Okay, so you need something that's professional. Now, in order to have a professional email address, you need to have hosted email. ClickFunnels does not offer hosted email. So if you were to go buy a domain at, say, GoDaddy or HostMonster or Bluehost, they're going to give you a domain, and if you get a hosting package, they're also going to probably give you email, and you're going to get a professional email attached to that. But when you buy your domain through ClickFunnels, you don't have hosted email. So you have to go to a place like G Suite or Zoho to get a professional email address. It gets a little dicey if you're using the domain in ClickFunnels as a domain, and then you go try to sign up for G Suite. It probably is better just to use a separate domain. To be quite frank, I know that's hard. Like, I have like juliestoyan.com, juliestoyan.co, juliestoyan.me. And I just sign up for things with a different domain so I don't have to worry about like fixing the MX records and all that stuff. It's probably what you're seeing in the help docs is like, if you want to have a professional email address, you have to adjust the MX records in order to make that happen. And it's a little complicated. So for the tech, people who are beginners, I would say if you have your domain in ClickFunnels already, go sign up for a G Suite account and just choose a different domain. Just choose something that's super similar but not quite. Get your professional email address, use that email address. It's so much easier if you're not techie. Jane says, how do I get the column section to work? I have a great template that had a column. I lost it and I can't get the column setting to work. Okay, just so you guys know, when you're dealing with columns, sometimes it's a little funny. I'm just gonna go in here and show you. Yeah, I'm not watching the chat. I'm just glancing at the chat and you guys are giving some great advice. So thank you. Keep it coming. So basically when you do a column, like here's a column right here, right? If you need a new column, you just click add new row and then choose how many columns you want. If you want to style the column, so you want to style so the right side column is different than the left column, you have to go up here to columns, and then you can see as you start to like slide down the page, it's highlighting what those columns are. So like, let's say I wanted this column to be a background color that's different. I could do that. You see how I'm doing that right here? And this is working on this column, and then I could add a little top padding, add a little bottom padding, add left and right. I'll probably do it like, let's do it like this. It's ridiculous. There must be a margin on that. Okay, so that's how you like style that column from that one. You actually have to go up into columns to be able to style it at that level. Otherwise you can't. I know a lot of people get confused by that. So just wanted to point that out. I'm assuming hope that answers your question. All right, how can I get my book to be as big as the Marketing Secrets Black book on my squeeze page? I'm using the original OFA template. All right, so if you want that to be really big, all you have to do is go into the squeeze page. Chances are right now this setting on this, well, first of all, it's three columns. Let me just look at Marketing Secrets /Black book. Yeah, so basically what you do is you go into here. If you look at the image, double check to see if there's an image width. You have to make the image bigger. Do you know what I mean? And so once the image gets bigger, you can also drag this inward like this, as you can see, and drag this and make that smaller. And that will make it bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. Okay, let's see. I think I've got it figured out for the most part, but I'd love some advice on my OFA funnel since it's not low ticket, one we're doing for the challenge. My product is an online course that I'm creating. So far, my funnel goes to squeeze, webinar room, sales. So that's fine. I mean, I'm assuming that you're using the squeeze page kind of like an on-demand registration page, which is fine. Then you go to the webinar room. The only thing I would say is that you want that button to pop up as you're making the pitch. And sometimes it's better to send people right after the webinar right into the order form, and then use the sales page in your email follow-up. So that's what I do. It's like, okay, they go to the webinar room, they're ready, they're hot, they want to buy, just send them right to the order form so they can buy. But then in the email sequence, I reference the sales page, and the sales page is just another way to communicate the same information. So that would be the change that I would make there. Jody, can I work for you and be your apprentice? Aw, I'm not hiring right now, but thank you. That's a great compliment. I appreciate it. Jacqueline says, I'm confused on the email setup. I have active campaign and schedule once and a $297 membership. Should I redo it all or keep them both? I had the funnel set up previously. Jacqueline, it's up to you. At the $297 level, you are given unlimited funnels. You're also getting access to Backpack as well. And you can still use a third-party email even if you have the 297 level. It's totally fine. You don't have to redo everything if you don't want to. You just connect up active campaign in your funnel and you're good to go. Hold on. Why didn't that go? One second. Hey, Julie, I don't know if you're qualified to answer this, but I'm being drafted for a military exercise starting tomorrow and until Thursday next week. I'll be without internet and I will miss the training. Will it be possible to catch up when I get back? Will these training videos be removed? Yes, they will be removed. Russell will not leave everyone hanging. There will most definitely be some sort of offer at the end, which may include, additional access later, but I would just wait and stay tuned for that. If I am promoting the affiliate product, is it possible to sell the product without them leaving my funnel? So I'm hoping that I answered that question up at the beginning, showing you how you can kind of switch the funnel around. You're not going to be using the order bump, the order form, or the OTO form in an affiliate funnel. How do I change the URL after I've already started building it? So basically you can come up here to the settings and you can change the domain right here for the funnel. And then what you're going to do is go page by page, go to the publishing tab of each page and check to see what the link path is. Once you've done it at that level, you can go and at this actual page level, you can change it here as well. But I would do it in that order. Start with blue, then go to this at each step, then go to this at each step. Robin says, how does it work for MLMs and any order bumps and OTOs? I'm okay with the squeeze page, but not sure how to handle any bonuses or if I should even have an order bump or OTO, just send them straight to the third-party web page. I'm pretty sure I answered that. Let me know if you have any more questions. Same thing, if I'm an affiliate. Okay, yep, you guys all have the same questions here. Gary says, I'm starting a Facebook ad agency for local businesses and I'm having trouble with coming up with a lead magnet that will get a business owner to opt in. Gary, yeah, so definitely Facebook ad agency, any sort of agency is a little bit of a different funnel. What I would recommend for you is what I would call a service provider funnel. I used to run an agency, so I teach this kind of stuff all the time. I would basically use the sales page to create a sales page for your offer. Then at the button that goes to the next page, I would lead to the squeeze page where you capture their email information. And then on the next page, you send them to a page that has your scheduler, a little application, et cetera, et cetera. You wouldn't need the order form, the OTO, or the order confirmation form at all. It's basically what I said to that other person who was doing a phone to close. We're basically just kind of modifying this funnel for it to become an application funnel. And that's what I would do. I typically use attraction marketing to get my clients. I never used like true lead magnets for agency, but you just have to try to figure out what kind of what they would be looking for. I know that in this space, there's an agency owner who offers a report every month on best practices for ads and things like that, and that attracts a lot of clients. Jody has the same question, selling an affiliate, won't they leave my funnel? I hope I explained that well. Wesley says, can you show me how to add an order bump? So Wesley, what I would do here is whenever you're on an order form, if the order bump is not present, okay, it is in this case, but this is really just, we just hit add new element, and then we went over here and we chose order bump, which is right here. And then the only thing else you need to do is make sure you go to the products and you set up the product here, and it has to be the last product. Okay, so set up all the other products first and then set up the order bump. And then what I would do, this is going to take a while because I think I'm in the big account. There's a little checkbox that says this product is the order bump, and just make sure to check that box so it doesn't appear in the main order form. It just it's just part of the bump. So it's this right here. Should this product be the bump? You're just going to check that right there. Okay, I have a question about how to sell stuff if you don't have a story. I've bought a couple of PLR courses. I want to stop sharing here for a few minutes. In a niche, of course, of which I believe in, but I have not tried the courses myself. Is it possible to sell without a story and make one up? I wouldn't lie for sure, because people are going to see right through it. And I really think that you should create the situation in your life to have a story. So I would go through the course, or I would read about it, or I would research. Like, I would definitely not try to sell something without a story, and I would not try to sell something with a fake story either, just because, people will find you. They'll find out that you weren't really honest. You've really got to, you're just going to become a better marketer and a better sales person if you believe in the things that you're selling, and the only way to believe in them is to actually experience them. Next to my photo where I put my name, introducing myself, on the sales page, it says desktop only. How do I remove this? Okay, so basically the reason why I did that is if you go to the sales page, unless you're using a different design, because I didn't design all of them, I just designed the original one, and then I had designers do the other ones. But this right here, where it says desktop only, basically if you go to this little settings button right here, and you can turn it off by clicking back all, and it will now show on all. All right, how is returns or cancellation dealt with? How do you set up customer service on your page? Does Stripe and ClickFunnels automate this process? Yes, it does. So you can basically, in the sales area, like if we go over to a different funnel for a second here, I'll just show you exactly where it is. Hopefully it's not taking too long. Let's see. If we go to something like .com secrets, okay? So we'll go to the last person who purchased .com secrets. There's just a little button right here on the sales where you can just say refund right here. So here's the details. I don't know why that's really weird, but the details, and then you can just hit refund right here. And that's how you would do it. And I would just make sure on all your pages, either on the footer or on the top, you have like a little support link that goes to a page that explains your support policies, how to reach out to you, et cetera, et cetera. And I just refund right through ClickFunnels. That way it shows up on the stats. It shows up on the affiliate if you're using affiliates, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. All right. Is this helpful for you guys? Holy cow, the questions. Every time I answer them, more just keep coming. Can you show me how to put a TM next to the product on the sales page? Yes, I can. I don't know if you guys know, but when you are working in fact, if I just grab this, anytime you can, like for example, like if I'm typing stuff and I want a bullet point on a Mac, it's Command, is it Command or is it Option? Option 8 turns a little bullet. Option R makes a registered sign. Option G makes a copyright sign. Option, shoot, which one is the TM? Now I can't remember. TM on a Mac. Because I'm on a Mac. It is the Option 2. Just in the text, Option 2. Also, guys, John Parks taught me this on a Mac, and I'm sure you can do it on a PC too. If you hit Control Command Space, it pulls up the emoji bar. Anyway, I'm here all week. Okay, Dave says, hi, Julie. I have a free report, physical book, and an online course based on the book. Today, Russell said, don't sell the same thing on the sales page and the OTO. How would you handle the course if I don't offer it with the book funnel? Course is the main product, but the book is the basic information needed to get the most out of the course. All right, so even if you're selling the same type of content, it's the sales message that has to change, right? And you're right. You don't really want to just sell the same thing over and over again. But if it's like the book is like the information, maybe the course is implementation. Do you know what I mean? So you have to find the angle that shows that this is the next step in their journey. Right? Because Russell sells expert secrets and then he sells the expert evolution class. All right. So anyway, it's just about the sales message has to change, even if the product doesn't. Emoji bar shortcut's the best thing I've learned in the last 3 weeks. I know John Parks taught that to me and I was like, this is worth, you know, my inner circle membership. It was so cool. I was so excited. How do I create a new list? I'm assuming you're talking about creating a list in ClickFunnels. Is that correct? I can show you that. Hold on. You just go to Actionetics, email lists, and then click Add New List, create the list. Then once you're done, go into the funnel and whatever funnel you're using, on the page when they opt in or whatever, go to automation and click add new action and add them to that list so that when they opt in or when they do something on that page, on the squeeze page, they get added to the list. Jeff says, I have SendGrid. It doesn't show an integration in the products or in each step, even though it has a green check mark. Okay, the reason why is because SendGrid is not like ConvertKit or MailChimp. SendGrid is what's triggering Actionetics. So what you're looking for is in the dropdown, you're looking for Actionetics, not SendGrid. That's why you can't see it. Can you explain paths when setting up your funnels? Sure. So when you guys put a domain into ClickFunnels, right? You have that. This is like my digital gangster right here, right? So this is a digital gangster. There's virtually unlimited paths. So if I look at the sales page and I go to publishing, I want the path to be enroll. So if I go to thedigitalgangster.com/enroll, it's going to take them to the sales page. If I want them to order, I'm going to take them to, this one is TDG order 5. And that's because I've had multiple order forms. So that's the link. So I just create the paths. Obviously, if you're going to be talking about your funnels, you want easy paths, right? So it's like I was doing a Funnel Gorgeous drop and I'm like, go to funnelgorgeous.com/drop. It's easy for them to remember, right? Versus TGG order 5. So your permalink paths need to be easy when you're talking about the links and trickier if you want them to not find them because they're like OTO pages and stuff like that. MJ says, when you test the funnel, do you keep the original prices or can we lower the price for testing purposes only and then reset them again to the original pricing? I will say that you probably, if you have a product and it's set to $27 and you sell a bunch and then you change the product to $37, what's going to happen is it's going to change all the stats and it's going to change all the purchases to look like they purchased at $100. So I usually create new products, but it can get a little complicated. I don't really recommend this because if you create new products, then you have to go to the members area. You have to add those products as the restrict access. It gets super complicated really quick. I would just set a price, keep that price. All right, Susan says, I'm offering a free video that I would like my customers to see immediately before the sales letter. Is it okay if I deliver it as a download via the digital assets? A video is going to be too big for the digital assets. Typically, a video is delivered on a page. Yeah. So, oh, MJ is clarifying, when testing the funnel for functionality before going live. Yes, then that's fine. Then you can do that because it's just yourself. It's no big deal. I have a 100K viral Instagram account, started making a bit of money. I thought I could make a funnel about that. But almost every funnel I found is a scam, just promoting bots. And if it's something good, it's way more than I could deliver myself. So I don't know what to do. Well, I can't help you with that right now because I'm trying to get through a million questions. That sounds like a question that would take the remainder of the time. I think I would go back through the training and dig a little deeper because you may find that there's an expertise you have there that you can use. You just haven't like dug enough to really find what that offer looks like. Will the share funnel we have work for webinars? It's not designed for webinars, no. Will it work? Can it be modified? For a live webinar, technically it could, yes. For an auto webinar, no. It needs to be the auto webinar funnel template in order for auto webinars to work. Any best practice approach to providing an audio download in a squeeze page? Isn't there? I think there's an element now in the editor that allows for the audio download. I mean, I know that I just create buttons in the members area for Funnel Builder Secrets. I created audio. I uploaded the audio to Amazon S3. You can do it to Dropbox. You can do it to Google Drive, et cetera, et cetera. You just grab the link and I just make it a button with a little like microphone, and that's what I do. But I thought there's an audio element that embeds the audio now. I haven't looked in a while. Is this meeting capped? Tons of people trying to get in, but messages say that it's capped at 100. Oops. I don't know. I just opened up my Zoom. Actually, I'm in Russell's Zoom room. Hold on. Now let me look. Now I'm nervous. Hold on. Meeting capacity is 100. Huh. Well, yes. I'm sorry. Yes, it was totally, oh my gosh, it's capped at 100. I didn't even realize that. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I suppose I could do an encore one. And I was wondering, I was like, there's only 100 people here. And I know there's a lot more than that, but oh, I'm sorry. I probably should have thought of that, but I didn't. Okay. So for those people who are freaking out, you guys can go tell them in Mighty Networks. Maybe I'll do an encore Q&A, and I'll try to expand the meeting capacity so they can come in and get their questions. The reality is I can barely get through 100 people's questions anyway, so I probably need to do another one anyway. Okay. Cynthia says, hi from Dallas, Texas. I've not even seen all the training yet. Did I see this will all be done again? Yes, you can sign up again when we do it. We'll be doing it in January. Okay, Susan, I don't know the context of that question because I've gone through so many questions. You're saying, will I still capture their email? I don't know what that means because I don't remember what your question was. Is there a way to have ClickFunnels double check the orders before the membership is created? No, it's just you buy and the membership is created. I don't know why you would need to double check it. It's pretty effective as it is. Does Funnel Scripts help with follow-up emails or soap opera? Yes, both. Jamie says, this question is from Linda. Can I run a 4-part video series challenge in the squeeze page? And if so, is there a way of automating the sales page to be sent out after the last day on the 5th or 6th day? That is definitely more complicated. It's absolutely can be done. Absolutely can be done. So here's the thing. If you want the sales page to be sent out on the 5th or 6th day, and I should probably show you guys this. Hold on. Let me show you. Do I have the Facebook Ads Masterclass here? Haha. Is it? No, shoot. It's not. Okay. Basically, when you create a funnel, do I have it in the share funnels? Maybe I do. Yes, I do. Hold on, let me find it. Marketplace, design-a-thon, here it is. Course launch funnel. Okay, so when you have those funnels where it's like day 1, day 2, day 3, it's actually different pages. So like here's an example. This is a funnel I designed where it was like, hey, look, you know, how to unlock the class, right? And you see how it says available now, unlock in 24 hours, unlock in 48. This is just a page. That's all it is, right? Then when they opt in, they go to the day 1 class. And the day 1, so the email is what sends them to the next day. So this is day 1 right here. So they can't actually go. It's like the emails will fire day 2, day 3, and day 4. By the time you get to day 4, what I've done is here's day 4. I've now created like little pop-ups so that it goes to the YouTube replays of what it was. So this is the page, and then the button takes them to the sales page. It appears like it's always the same page and things are just unlocking because I took the exact page and I duplicated it each time and kept the design exactly the same. It appears like it's the same page, but it's actually multiple pages. Okay, in 30 days challenge, different from Funnel Builder Secrets, Light, and Affiliate Bootcamp. Yes, they're all different. Is there overlap? 100%. Funnel Builder Secrets Light is like walking through building your first funnel. It's definitely more mechanical. In Funnel Builder Secrets Light, you'll learn things like about like how to create backgrounds and how to create product mock-up shots and like more do-it-yourself kind of stuff. Affiliate Bootcamp is expressly about selling ClickFunnels, so they all have a different angle, so it's going to not be completely the same. I redid my entire funnel using the structure from the funnel share you gave us. It's amazing. I'm nervous about my video. I've heard people like Peng Joon and others say how they're going away from having a video sales letter and just using sales copy. What do you recommend? I recommend it's best if you have a video and then the long form sales letter underneath. Totally. It's totally better to do that. I think the reason why Peng Joon is saying that and why a lot of people are saying that is because some people get lazy and they would rather just do a video and not really do the sales copy because they think, oh, I have a video, I don't really need sales copy, but you do need sales copy. And so I think that the best option is to have a video and sales copy or just sales copy. But I think just a video, unless you're in e-commerce, that's a little different, or you're doing like a demo. But I think in general, you want to be able to have both because people consume information differently. Okay, what do you think? This is another question from Linda. What do you think is a good OTO offer if the sales page is priced reasonably cheap? I've seen one-on-one coaching, high ticket offers, limited spaces. You get the course for free. Is there anything else you'd offer, or should the course, which is the product I'm trying to sell, moved into the OTO? Whatever is the most sexiest should be at the beginning. The OTO, I just like it so that it's not too big of a price difference. So if you're selling a $27 course, your OTO shouldn't be $297, not the first one. I like to go from 27 to 77 or 27 to 97. At the end of the day, the price ultimately, like if you have the right offer, the price doesn't matter. But in general, you don't want to be like, hey, $27, $3,000. Do you know what I mean? Because that's just going to be hard to pull off. The best SLO funnels I've seen have been $27, $12 order bump, $77 to $97 upsell, or $37 course, $12 order bump, $37, $47, $77 upsell. I'm going to be offering, Susan's question, I'm going to be offering a physical product, so I plan to set up Shopify or Amazon for reorders. Can you explain how I can get it all integrated with CF? I can't, because that would take a long time. I understand why you want them to go to Shopify or Amazon for reorders. My suggestion is that you create one funnel where it's integrated with ShipStation. That's what ClickFunnels integrates with. And then that way you get that order, and then in the email follow-up, you just keep sending them back to Shopify and or Amazon for reorders. Bruce says, I uploaded a picture to the sales page. It landed in the background and is too big. How do I get rid of it or size it to fit better? So you probably put it in the background of the section instead of an image element. So just go to the section, whether it's like the blue or it's the green, click on the little settings button, and you'll see that there's a URL in the image URL area. Just delete it and the image will go away. And make sure you upload the image as an image element. Norman says, on the sales page, is it possible to have ClickFunnels hide the copy and then have the copy appear at a certain point in the video? Yes, you can do that. What you do is, I'm just going to go in here and show you through here. Basically, you take, let's say this is, I'll just make some copy here for a second. I'll just do like, actually, here's copy. This is copy. All you do is click on the settings, go to advanced, click on animation, hit time delay, hit fade in, and what minutes and seconds you want it to fade in. Anthony says, it has been said in the past that if you don't have an existing training to sell, just sell it first and then build it later. But what would be an acceptable threshold to determine if it's a training worth promoting? If you had a very low conversion, do you just refund the few people who did or buy something else? Okay. Anthony, what I would do is I wouldn't base it on how many units sold. I would base it on conversion rate. So for all of you who are wondering, like, hey, did this validate? Like, did this validate? Does the market actually want this, right? I would say if you're getting a 1 to 5% buy rate, that's a good sign. So if you've had 100 people view your offer and you've had 1 sale, you're at a 1% buy rate, which is technically within benchmark. So if you have anywhere from 1 to 5 sales for every 100 people, you've got market validation. It just means your problem is not the offer, your problem is the traffic. You just need more and more and more traffic. So that's what I would say about that. If you don't sell any, or let's say you have 1,000 people come to your sales page and you only get 2 offers, now you got to consider, maybe I should refund these people because I don't know that this is the right offer. But before you give up on something, just make sure that you're really understanding why it didn't sell. Was it the wrong audience or was it the wrong offer? You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of people give up way too fast. Taylor says, how much can someone offer with just a tutorial video and companion workbook on building a physical product? It depends. It depends on the value. Like, I can't answer that question because my highest ROI generating course, the one that has gotten the most results for people and made people the most money, is like a 3-hour course. It's not that long. And it's, you know, it's amazing. And yet it's not super long, but I can charge a fair amount of money for it because people get results. So it's not really, that's not how you determine value. You determine value based on the results that people get. Even when I increase the width of the image on the image in the sales page, it would not increase in size, so it gets out of proportion compared to the order form. Any suggestions? If you can only extend the width of the image as much as the image is created in the first place. So you have to create the image at a larger size in order to get it larger. Yeah. Brian says, Julie, thank you for answering questions. You're welcome. I am selling physical products and I want people to choose the when you purchase. We donate 11% of our net profits to our charity. Would you use the one funnel away share funnel or a different one? You could totally use it. You just keep track of the purchases and then take a percentage. Yeah, you can 100% use it. Okay, how do you recommend structuring a video sales letter to also get people to read through the copy but still get enough information to make the purchase if they don't read it? Your sales video has to be completely complete on its own, that like if all they did was watch the sales video, they would get enough information to be able to buy. And your sales copy has to also be, they have to be completely complete on their own separate. They shouldn't work together. They should be completely sellable on their own. Sales copy is really about getting someone to look at the next line and then look at the next line and then look at the next line. And so it's like for every line, you're like, is that making the person want to read the next line? And if so, then you keep going. And that's how you know that the sales copy is good, because they want to keep reading. Okay, Brian, you're asking the same question. I'm selling physical products and want people to choose the charity partner first. Oh. I would use a survey element. I would use a squeeze page with a survey element. And when they choose the partner, it goes to a separate order form. So you have an order form for each charity partner. It's probably what I would do, I think. Or you just have to trick out the order form with a drop down that has them choose the partner, and that partner, and that becomes part of the metadata in the order. Ginger says, before the challenge began, when I was going through 30 Day Summit and Funnel Hacked, I decided I was going to do a webinar funnel, but then the challenge started, and when that type of funnel wasn't part of the plan, it threw me for a loop as a newbie. Would it be a big mistake to switch gears and tackle making a webinar funnel instead of sticking to the OFA daily missions? I say do whatever is going to help you take action the fastest. Can you apply the offer principles to a webinar funnel? 100%. You can. You absolutely can. I mean, there's nuances to the webinar funnel that are different than the SLO funnel, but I just, like, the most important thing is to take action. So if you want to, yes. Ben says, do I need a video and a long story on my sales page? Isn't it redundant? It seems like the copy would be a deterrent. It's not. As long as you have buttons all along the page to take them right to the order form, it's not. I will read long sales copy 10 times more than I will watch videos. I almost never watch videos. What about Aweber? What about it? It's an email service provider, and you can use it, and you can integrate it with ClickFunnels if you want. Oh, shoot. Oh, I see. You answered. Do you still need SendGrid SMTP? No, if you use Aweber, you don't. If I have Actionetics, do I need an SMTP? Yes, you can use SendGrid, Mandrill, SendGun, Send13, Amazon. There's a bunch. Julie, you're such a rock star. Thank you. I appreciate it. How long have you been doing this? I have been writing since 2007. So I would definitely consider myself at the mastery level of writing now, since 2018, so 11 years. I have been doing tech and design since 2012. And I was doing that in WordPress and Photoshop and doing all that kind of like web design and development. So I'm 6 years into that. So I consider myself a pretty good designer and tech nerd. I didn't actually start, though, marketing funnels and the Russell world until early of 2015. So I'm still pretty new. I'm about 3 years in. And just so you guys know, like, just to give you like some hope, in 2015, I had my own business, and I think I made $70,000. I was doing agency work, and I was doing funnel building agency. That's what I love to teach. I love to teach that stuff, you know, be a digital marketer, because the money comes pretty quickly. So in 2015, I made $70,000. In 2016, I made $325,000. In 2017, I made $1.3 million. And this year I'll make $2 million. And that's how fast it went. It was crazy. But the key difference was that from 2007 into 2015 or whatever, I was just dabbling and like writing and blogging and web design and stuff. I didn't know Russell Brunson. I hadn't learned about funnels. And in 2015, that's when I discovered funnels, and that's when everything changed. So, okay, how do we add social proof from Instagram to our funnels? Screenshot, add it as an image. Okay, let's see. I'm offering a product from a direct sales company. What do you recommend? Okay, so Sherry, you couldn't get in. This replay, I went through the entire thing at the beginning. So I'm going to say the best thing to do is watch the replay, since I've repeated it several times. That is by far and large the biggest question, which makes me think I probably need to put the disclaimer somewhere at the beginning of the mission on how you're going to use this as an affiliate. So go watch the replay, because I answered it pretty in depth. Why doesn't SendGrid show up in integration options? Because SendGrid makes Actionetics work. So in the integration options, you're using Actionetics. You're not going to see SendGrid. SendGrid's like the gasoline, and Actionetics is the car. And so once you have like the gasoline in the car drives. And so Actionetics works once you have an SMTP. And so you'll never see SendGrid, because it would be like looking for ethanol instead of looking for the Toyota. Does that make sense? Thank you for all your help. You're welcome. As a local brick and mortar spa business, the initial sales funnel will be a lower end offer and an OTO. The second funnel is where I can try to sell a bigger offer to guests who bought the first, or the upsell walks is in the studio. Okay. Local businesses have a unique thing. The sales process happens a lot, okay, in person. So I would focus on one funnel that gets them in the door and then upsell them once they're in the door. That's kind of how I would do it. And the more like continuity, the better. So that's a lot of like sales stuff that you would need to learn once you get them in the door. Is this being recorded? Yes, no worries. It's being recorded. Question from Penny. Trying to work out what to do if selling an affiliate product. Okay, again, that's at the beginning. That was one of the first questions I answered. It is, you got to just switch the funnel around a little bit, and you can't use the order bump, the OTO, and the order form. But go watch the recording. It'll make sense. Will you have this as a replay? Yep, 100% for sure. In your opinion, is $19.95 high on a free plus shipping physical product that retails for $65? I have sent ads to products directly that are higher than $19.95. It's all about value. If you can sell the value, you are going to be able to make money. If it doesn't feel valuable, if it doesn't feel 10 times the value, then you're going to have a hard time. So it's all about value there. All right, let's see. I'm having a lot of trouble creating my sales page. I can't seem to start redacting and writing. Any advice? I would get off of the sales page and off of the editor and go sit down with a piece of paper and a pen. And I would start free writing, and I wouldn't necessarily start at the top. Guys, oftentimes when I'm writing a sales page, I don't start at the top because it's hard. Like the hook is hard. The problem is hard. The desire is hard. What I do is I start in the middle. I start right where the offer is. Right? And so I'm like, well, what are they going to get? They're going to get this. They're going to get this. They're going to say, well, why is that awesome? It's awesome because of this, because of this, because of this. Like, what's the scarcity and urgency? And I kind of start in the middle and work my way down. And then I look at the middle and I'm like, all right, this is where I've announced the offer, right? I've announced what it is. What do I say right before that to get them excited? And then what do I say before that? And so I kind of work backwards sometimes, especially when I have blinking cursor syndrome. How do you integrate Calendly into a funnel? Take Calendly, find the embed code, open up ClickFunnels, add an element that's called the JSHTML element, pop the code in there, and it will embed right on the page. If I wanted to run a challenge, would my funnel start with the sales page and then the lead capture? Yes, you would run traffic directly to the sales page. Then you would capture the lead information and have them check out. Yeah. How would you adjust for sending my ClickFunnels affiliate offer directly in an email? I would do exactly what I explained at the beginning and just keep sending them back to the sales page where you have all your bonuses, and then that button clicks to a pop-up, which then redirects them to the offer. Okay, I already answered that one. I already answered that one. Is there a way to structure an offer for physical products and affiliate products together? It's not the easiest thing in the world, because if you're giving away the physical products when they buy the affiliate, you have to send them to go buy the affiliate products, then get the receipt, and then go buy the physical. So it's not always the easiest thing in the world. You can do like a redemption funnel. But that's outside the scope of this challenge. And that is like, a redemption funnel is like when somebody buys something on a different site and then you send them a coupon code, and then that coupon code gets entered into the funnel, and then you send them to a funnel. Like, it's just, I can't really explain it right now. That I would have to know the specifics of your situation to be able to really advise the best strategy. Yes, it can be done, but it's definitely not a beginner strategy. I have a clothing rental company for weight loss patients losing weight. Can I have the rental subscription on the sales page and affiliate Lady Boss as the OTO, or is that not possible? No, you can't do that. Basically, if you're taking payment for products that you have, you take payment in the funnel. If you're doing affiliate products, you do what I said at the beginning, and you create an affiliate funnel. And affiliate funnels don't have order forms or OTO forms or order bumps. Okay. Lisa, I have a current email list that I want to send my CF affiliate offer. Send them to the sales page. Write the email, send them to the sales page. They'll read the sales page, they'll opt in, and then they'll get redirected to the affiliate offer. Okay, John says, I live in the UK. I tried to open a SendGrid account. They wouldn't allow me an account. I think it's GDPR. Who do you recommend? I'm not sure. I would ask tech support that. I'm not up on all of the SMT. I mean, I know there's SendGun and there's Mandrill. You could try those two and then ask tech. If affiliate only, we do not need to set up Stripe account, correct? Nope, because you're not going to be using an order form. I already answered that one. Okay, I have two questions. When doing hooks, which is better to lead with a positive one or a negative approach? It depends on the traffic. If the traffic is problem aware, you want to start with the problem. And if your traffic is solution aware, you want to start with the solution. So it's like if people are stuck in their problem and they don't even know that the answer, it's like if they're sick and they don't know there's this medicine out there, you want to lead with what their current problem is in their sickness and then lead them to the solution. If they're already aware that that medicine is available, they just haven't purchased it yet, then you lead with the benefits, the impact, the meaning, the solution, the positive hook. Can you use affiliates as part of your stack offer? It's not the easiest thing in the world unless you've made an arrangement with the affiliate. So I've done this before where part of my stack is like, hey, you get access to this, 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 and this, and this. So like, let's say part of your stack is 50% off Julie's course. Okay, like, hey, part of my stack, you have 50% off Proposal Secrets when you join my course. Well, you'd have to work out with me. I'd have to give you a coupon code. And then in the course, it would say how to redeem your access to Proposal Secrets. You'd stick the code in there, you'd stick the link in there, and then once they purchase your course, they would go and they would get 50% off of my course. That's how you would do it. Would love some advice and angles on selling physical products that don't solve a problem. They're just fun or feel good. I think you really have to tap into the pleasure centers in the brain because people do spend money. And this has been kind of like an argument. Are there really just 3 core markets? Is there a 4th market? And that's like the pleasure entertainment market. And, you know, we could sit here and talk about that all day. I tend to think there might be because there's, you know, but at the same time, the sales message still needs to somehow get back to health, wealth, or relationships, even if there is that 4th market, right? So pleasure, why do we watch love movies, like romantic comedies, right? We watch them because we want to feel in love. Like we want to feel those feelings of love. That kind of goes back to relationships. So why do we buy things that make us feel good? Maybe it's because of status, which is kind of directly related to wealth, you know? Okay, so is there a place to get more info on ClickFunnels items I'm not familiar with? I would just go into your ClickFunnels account and go to affiliate and then look at all the affiliate offers and read the copy there. How do we get one of those backpacks? Well, if you'd watched the telethon, they gave a few away. They come out as prizes. I got that one for, I think, for Inner Circle or for being a writer for him. I can't remember. It was definitely like a special gift. I didn't buy it. For online course on creating audiobooks, would you recommend on Squeeze page include the free ebook and access to the online audio recording service for free, say 7 days? If you want to teach people how to create audiobooks, oh, so you're offering a trial. So if you're going to do a trial, it should be a trial on the order form. It shouldn't be free. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I would say. It's just like, I have a membership that's a $1 trial for 2 weeks. And so, but that's on the order form. Now to set that up, you have to do it in Stripe. It's kind of a little tricky thing. It's not a beginner thing. I've taught it, but it's just, you create a $1 product and then there's a delay and then 14 days later it starts charging them. But that's how I would do it. But it wouldn't be on the Squeeze page. It'd be on the order form. How do I make a copy of the Trello template? You just go into, hold on, let me find it. Share my screen. The Trello template. You guys like that? I'm glad. Um, here it is. You just go here and you just go to copy board, and then you can copy it onto your board. Okay. Are all videos hosted on YouTube, or does ClickFunnels have a place? You have to choose. So you can choose Vimeo, Wistia, or YouTube. There's not native hosting for ClickFunnels. So. When starting out, is it okay to price the offer at $47 and upsell $297? Is that too high, or is that subjective? It really is based on value. I don't think it's too high. It just depends on how well you are at selling the value. All right. Andre says, I feel like my course is well worth the $1,000. Would offering it a higher price than what is suggested, say $497, be a bit too much? I think it's a little high, but I just think, you got to get, it's just harder to sell higher. You just got to be better copywriter, better video, better offer, better stack. So here's the thing. It's important not to get too ego driven on the value of your course. I remember I had something that I wanted to sell and I was like, this is totally worth $197. I'm like, I'm going to sell it at $97. Nobody bought it. And I was stubborn for a long time. I was like, no, this is worth so much more than $97. And it was, but like at the end of the day, I wasn't selling it. Then I dropped it to $27 and I sold a crap ton of it. And I was like, well, so what's better, to like stick your heels in the mud and not get any sales at the price you think the course is worth? Or is it better to set it at a price that the market eats it up at and then make lots of money? So like, I'll tell you guys, I have this template I sell. It's my Funnel Gorgeous templates, right? These templates are crazy, crazy beautiful. I have a high-end designer. She's like assigns like brand boards and image assets and all this kind of stuff and funnels, and they're gorgeous and blah, 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 blah. Right? Like they are so worth so much money. And we sell them for $49. And we sell them for $49 for a quick time to create that insane value. And we hit 5 figures easily with it because it's so obviously an amazing deal that like people have to get their credit card out and they have to buy it and they're crazy not to. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that, oh my gosh, I cannot say no to this. This is ridiculous. That's the feeling you want them to have. Just like you guys, you paid $100 for this and you're talking to me, I charged $3,000 for 90 minutes of my time. So like, it was like, well, of course I have to go to the One Funnel Away challenge because I'm going to get Steven yelling in my ear every day. I'm going to get Russell's best teaching. I'm going to get to see Julie. Like, it's that kind of feeling. That's what you have to make people feel like. In Expert Secrets, Russell talks about creating a beta group for a masterclass. Do you tell the group the free masterclass is a beta? I just sell a beta. I make it clear that it's going to be free. Sorry guys, I have like carpal tunnel, so I'm always like doing this with my arm. So like when I sold my Digital Gangsta, it's a $2,000 course. The beta round was $997. I still like people knew I was building it with them, but I had enough credibility in the marketplace. So I always sell my betas. I don't give it away for free because you just don't get people to take action if you do it for free. Dean says, can you go over pricing? It's kind of nebulous to just randomly go over pricing. In general with pricing, you want basically that whole thing I just said to Andre is probably my best rant on pricing, and also to make sure that whatever you're selling at 10 times the value. Oh my gosh, your affiliate marketers group looks awesome. Can I join if I'm already a ClickFunnels customer? So we don't allow people to hop from affiliate to affiliate. It's like a billing nightmare. It's just not fair to the affiliates. So the affiliate marketers group is really just for people under my affiliate link, unfortunately. Although I do allow you to join multiple things. So if you want to buy funnel scripts or something else, you can get in that way. But no affiliate hopping. It's just not fair. Do you recommend hosting courses inside of ClickFunnels? 100%. 100%. Russell hosts all his courses inside of ClickFunnels. It works great. It's super easy to hook it up with the funnel. Anytime you have to do like a zap, like I have some of my courses in another product because I basically started writing courses before I discovered Russell. And I've got to do all kinds of ninjery to zap it out. So Julie, would you please share that Instagram fashionista lifestyle fun? I would like to offer a series of videos just like what you showed to educate. Oh, I'm sorry. I sell that one, so I can't just like give it away. Otherwise all the people who bought it would feel super gypped. Yeah, so I sell them. During the week 2 missions, I created hook stories based on my life story. However, I'm promoting CF as an affiliate. Can I use my story while promoting ClickFunnels, or should I use Russell's story? You should use your story and bridge the gap. That's what the whole point of the stories is, to try to bridge, take them on the journey. You can also use Russell's story, but it's more powerful when it's your story. How do you get someone to click on a spot on your page? Get the page to automatically scroll down to that relevant section on your page. So that's a scroll section tag. Let me show you that real fast. Okay. I was supposed to stop at an hour. It's now been 90 minutes, hasn't it? Okay, so let's say here in this funnel, let's say I want to scroll. I'm going to just create something right here, and I'm going to add a column, and I'm going to add a headline, and then I'm going to, okay, so this scrolls down a bunch, and then I'm going to add another section like this. Okay, so this is how you do it. Let me just put something in there so it feels like there's something. There's the image. Okay, so let's say you want to scroll them down to here. Okay, what you do is you go to the little gear and you click the little thing here, and you're going to name this. Scroll to section, whatever you want to name it. Just name it something that you can recognize. Hold on, let me just check my phone for a second, guys. Okay. All right, so then once you've done that, then you're going to take this button. Okay, you're going to create a button. You're going to click on the settings, and you're going to choose the set action to be scroll to, and then you're going to find the section that you just titled. Okay. Okay. Earl, I appreciate. He's like, read this to yourself before you read it out loud. He's like, is there any reason for only having 100 people allowed in the Q&A? It's literally just, I was using Russell's Zoom account and I didn't realize it had a max of 100 people. And then I didn't realize till 30 minutes in that there was a lot of people trying to get in. And I feel super bad about it. So I'm going to do an encore Q&A, which means you guys will get another hour of my time so that I can make sure that people get their questions answered. So you can go, guys, go into Mighty Networks and say, Julie feels horrible amounts of badness, and we'll give another Q&A because I had no idea that Russell had a max of 100 people. Okay. How can I make a real OTO if mine's an affiliate product? Okay, Judith, that question I answered up at the beginning, so you can watch the replay, but the bottom line is order forms, OTOs, and order bumps don't work when you're selling affiliate offers. I have a video and a book. Would I offer the 3-hour video as a free product or the workbook as the free offer? So Taylor, rather than thinking about the pieces of the product and like how to splice them and dice them, it's more about like, what result do I get at the free level? What result do I get at the paid level? So for example, it's like, if it makes sense to have the video and the workbook in order to get the result, then make both of those free and then make something else premium. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of like, that's kind of the important question to ask is, what is the result they get at each step in the funnel? How do we integrate SMS into our opt-in forms? You just have to create the little, well, here, let me show you. So like if this is an opt-in form, you're going to create add new element. And if you go to form, choose SMS signup. And that will give you this little thing right here. Hold on, I lost my place. Julie, huge fan. Yay, thanks. I want to know in the origin story, am I supposed to place the hooks in the backstory, internal and external, epiphany bridge, scream down? The hook, so guys, the hook is meant to get people's attention. Okay. The story. So, and it's very hard to like unhook hook and story because they work so well together. But let's say that I'm on the busy streets of New York in Wall Street and everyone's walking, they got their headphones on, their eyes are down, they're not paying any attention. And I have this cell phone and it has Warren Buffett's personal phone number on it and I want to sell it, right? The first thing I have to do is get the New Yorker to look up. Then I have to get them to pay attention to me. The hook is the look up moment. So it's the curiosity moment. It's the moment that's like, wait, what? What are you doing? And I always say to myself, does the hook that you're using, whether it's an image, whether it's the first 5 seconds of the video, whether it's a headline, does it make you go, wait, what? What is that? Right? Because that's like the adrenaline hit. That's the curiosity. Then the story comes in and the story gives the context. Hey, did you know that I have Warren Buffett's phone number and he wants to talk to you? That's still kind of curiosity. That's still kind of a hook. And then they're like, wait, what? And then you're like, yeah, well, what happened was blah, 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 and da, 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 da. And he saw you in this meeting. He thought you were amazing. And you start to tell the story. And then the context is like, oh, there's that like sense of resolution. There's that loop closing. I always make the joke. I work with Russell and he loves to open loops and I love to close them, right? Which is why we work so well. He's like, I've got this great thing I'm going to tell you. And he opens the loop and he gets my attention, right? But then sometimes he has trouble closing the loop. So I'll like come behind him and close the loop and create that sense of resolution, that dopamine hit. And so it's the adrenaline and dopamine. The hook is the adrenaline and the story is the dopamine. So all you've got to do is get their attention and then tell the story in a way that brings resolution. But usually in order to keep them going in a funnel, you need another hook, right? It's just like TV. How many of you watch This Is Us? I watch This Is Us. It's like, the loop closes. We find out how Jack died, but we don't know when it happens, right? It's like one door closes, another one opens. One door closes, another one opens. And that's how you keep people along the train. Okay. I can't look at anybody's actual funnels right now. So for those of you who are dropping links, I'm sorry. If I did that, I'd be here till Tuesday. So I can't look at people's individual funnels. Okay, that one I already answered. Karen's asking, is it okay to offer a subscription as your order bump? I'm offering a done for you funnel and sales page subscription to get the new templates. You shouldn't do subscriptions on order bumps. It doesn't come like that out of the box. Okay. Where will we find the replay? I'll put it up in the events tab somewhere in Mighty Networks. How do you add the messenger on the opt-in box, like on the Marketing Secrets blog, Black Book? That is an Actionetics MD. That's not available for everybody yet. That was given out to people at Funnel Hacking Live. That feature, if you see it in the editor, it's this, hold on. It's, if you go to form, oh, I don't have it in this account. I don't even have MD in this account, so I can't show you. Yeah, if you have MD, it'll be under the form and the elements. If you don't have MD, you won't be able to get it right now. All right, awesome. Holy cow. I keep waiting for the questions to be like, and finish. Okay, what was the purpose of going through the 30 days challenge? The tasks that we're going through now are different. So, this is something that we learned. Those two things were completely separate. So what you guys don't know is that the 30-day summit was inspired over at Funnel Hacking Live. Like, we thought of it way before then. And then the One Funnel Away challenge became something that we thought of in the summer. He decided originally the 30-day summit was supposed to sell a different product on the back end. And 1 week before we launched the summit, he's like, oh, we should put the 30 days, the One Funnel Away challenge on the back end of this. I'm like, we're not ready. And he's like, no, it'll be fine. So he was like, this is great because it's like survival of the fittest, 30 days. And he's like, One Funnel Away challenge. They're not meant, like, we always intended the One Funnel Away challenge to be a standalone funnel. So whether you're coming off the expert secrets or whether you're coming off the .com secrets or wherever you're coming, you can do the One Funnel Away challenge. It just so happens we attached it to a 30-day summit. And so people wrongly thought that you were supposed to do both together, and they weren't necessarily meant to be both together, but they're just, you know, they're just awesome. Both offers are amazing. So anyway, you guys could go tell people we're down to 98 participants if 2 people want to come back in, if 2 people want to come in. What 2 funnel types netted you those awards behind you? Oh, those that I haven't hung up yet. So one is for basically a funnel stack I did called Create Your Laptop Life. And one is for the 30-day summit. I was the lead. I run the ClickFunnels agency, and so I was the lead who kind of like made that funnel go. And so I got an award for that one as well. Does Actionetics take the place of SendGrid? No, SendGrid is the gasoline that makes the Actionetics car run, right? So SendGrid makes Actionetics work. Can I have your course, please, for my affiliate funnel? I'm not in the habit of giving away courses for free. I'm sorry. That's a funny question. Yeah, if I will be mixing a few different affiliate products in my funnel, would I ask permission from each product owner? Yes, you have to, because like, for example, if you wanted to use my course, I'd be like, hey, I can give you a discount or whatever for your affiliate offer, but I wouldn't give it away for free. So you have to like work out those deals with the course owner first. What if my sales page offer, order bump, and OTO are all from ClickBank products? So I am going to just totally be transparent with you guys and say I've never used ClickBank and ClickFunnels together. So I'm not really in a position to give you an answer about that. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I don't know that I'm assuming it's just the same as affiliate. Like you can't actually take payment, but maybe in like I don't understand ClickBank at all. So I'm not the right person to ask for that question. I'm sorry. I have a gong, you guys. Where's my gong? Hold on, let me grab my gong. This is what I do when I can't answer a question. Because I try to always be able to answer every question, but if I can't answer a question and someone stumps me, I'm just like, someone sent me this. Okay. I sell luxury bags like Louis Vuitton and Gucci. I never saw a luxury funnel yet. I'm struggling in terms of expressing the authenticity. Yeah, so you'd have to definitely sell an offer. That's the whole point, is like just selling products can get, it's the race to the bottom. So you'd have to turn it into an offer in some way. So you have to go back and watch week 1 and think long and hard. What's the one advice or strategy you give to someone that would greatly improve their chances of getting into the 2 Comma Club? Don't get attached to offers, get attached to people. If you get attached to a people group, even if your first offer sucks, your second offer, your third, eventually something will stick. If you get super attached to a product, it's hard to let go of it when the market tells you it sucks, right? But if you get, so I got attached. So the people that I got attached to, the first group of people were people who wanted to get online, needed to make money fast, and didn't have a product. So I was like, I'm going to teach you how to be a freelancer, a digital marketer, how to build funnels, how to get money fast. I'm going to teach you how to get your first $5,000 a month. And I attached myself to those people. And then I started building products for them. The first product was Create Your Laptop Life. Then the next one was the Digital Gangsta. Then the next one was Proposal Secrets. Then Digital Insiders. And I kept creating products for them that I attached, so that way if something didn't work, it didn't resonate, I could just throw it away and keep going. But if I was investing in building the audience, which is why publishing is so important, that is your asset, even if your products don't work. And so many people get super, super attached to the product, or they get attached to the container, right? Like, I want a membership site. Well, maybe I had someone join my mastermind who was not selling her membership. She was trying and trying and trying. And I said, you know what? The market doesn't want a membership. They don't want a recurring revenue. They don't like it. They want a hit it and quit it. I'm like, let's turn this into a course. And now she's killing it. She has blown through her goals, just changing the container. So don't get attached to the container or the product, get attached to the people, and commit to saying, how can I deliver $1 million, actually 10 times, $10 million of value to this population. And if you think like that, you'll get in the 2 Comma Club. Any advice on what virtual assistant service to use for customer service? There's lots. There's Upwork. I actually have, and I think I put it in One Funnel Away, I have a network of people. If you go to cyllnetwork.com/hire, that takes you to a bunch of virtual assistants who could help you as well. What's the link for the funnels you sell? I'm not going to promote my funnels on here, but I'm pretty sure with a little sleuthing you can find them. Where can we find out more about your templates? Yeah, so it's, again, a little sleuthing. You could probably find them. I sell templates under a different brand. But yeah, just go Facebook me. You'll find them. Does ClickFunnels do SMS? ClickFunnels integrates with Twilio, and Twilio does SMS. So that's how it works. So you get a Twilio account and then you can hook it up. I have an email sequence I could basically turn into a course. How do I translate an email sequence into a course? Well, you got to bring up the value because emails don't seem as valuable. So I will basically take your emails, turn them into a membership site, supplement them with worksheets and or videos, and then make that the course. Thank you so much for answering our questions. You, Steve, and Shane, and Russell are awesome coaches. Thank you. This has been fun, you guys. Is there a tutorial for creating a course on ClickFunnels? I couldn't figure out how to do it. Tomorrow's, or maybe it's today, tomorrow's challenge is on setting up your membership site. And so that's going to answer that question for you, John. Okay. We love you, Julie. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Judith. Was this recorded? Yes, it was. It is. It is recording. You will do an encore. Yes, I will do an encore. I did not realize there was 100 people. I will do an encore. I'll probably do it though next week since it's Friday at 4:45 my time right now. We haven't talked about the members area yet, but can you explain how the member areas fits? So here's the thing. If you're affiliating for another's product, you're not going to need a members area. It's for your own products. Yes, and tomorrow's members area. So if you're affiliating, you got to go back to the beginning of this training and watch the very first thing I said, because you eventually have to send things out to a third party. And that's where it goes. You don't actually have your own members area. Do we use Twilio to send text out? Yes, you use Twilio. And you can build it, I think, into the follow-up funnel to send a Twilio message. It becomes like one of the actions, yeah. You said the best success has been with 37 to 97. I'm looking to do free, 167, then 297, and then market, yeah. I have not seen a free to 167 that's worked well, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't. It just means I haven't seen it. That is a kind of a big jump. The market for what you do sits between 97 and 247 for the product alone. There is no advantage to being the second cheapest, so be the most expensive, but you still have to help them ascend to that. And typically when you're doing something at like 297 is that break point where it's like, does this need a webinar or can we do it on a sales page? 297 can be done on a sales page if it's the last OTO in an offer. But it's oftentimes that break point where it's like, oh, I don't know. If I were going to test different traffic sources, how would I be able to track which traffic source is making the conversion? Usually with UTM parameters, which is kind of outside of the scope of this challenge, but yeah, that's how you do it. Wicked reports, Google campaign URL, things like that. When you say not to offer subscriptions on an order bump, why is that? You can offer the subscription as an OTO. Subscriptions, though, just be careful. They need to know that it is a subscription. So on the OTO, make sure it's super clear that it's continuity. You don't want to create a situation where people don't realize it's continuity and then you get chargebacks. It's not built into ClickFunnels for subscriptions to be order bumps. So just so you know that. All right, let's see. Is it a good idea for a bonus maybe to offer expert secrets as a bonus? basically what you're going to do is you're going to say, when you buy the Expert Secrets book, you're going to get my bonus number 1, bonus number 2, bonus number 3, bonus number 4, right? Go buy the book. Step 1, go buy the book. Step 2, email me your receipt and I will give you the bonuses. That's how you work it. Darcy says, I have no products. I need your materials. How can I find access to your offerings? Just go find me on Facebook. Oh, don't hack me. You're awesome, Julie. Many thanks for your answers. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. The offer I designed is not a low price product. It is a niche weight loss program, not digital, but local. I can do a free offer lead. So it's a $600 program, the OTO, and is it offered in digital? Okay. So I would go back and watch this replay when I talk about how to do local. Really what you have to do is keep anything that they purchase super, super low price. And then when they come in, upsell them. Otherwise you'd have to do like sales page to opt-in to application or to a sales call or something like that. It'd be hard to sell them something $600 on a funnel for a local business. There's just so much trust that you've got to create there. All right. Karen, thank you, Julie. This was great. We'll be watching again. Awesome. Is there an easy way of doing SMS texting back and forth within the funnel? Twilio is the best way to do it. Just be careful with text. Because text is through like a utility, the government is super, super strict about it. And I remember Russell said, even though he got permission, someone tried to sue him for it. And it's just use text sparingly. That's just all I'm going to say about that. Okay. I wouldn't do a lot of it back and forth. There's nothing that feels more spammy than text, but a reminder for webinar. Okay. Yeah, I get it. But other than that, I would be super careful with that. Okay. I'm all done. The question box is empty. I'm not going to answer any more questions. I just answered 153 questions. That's amazing. I'm going to have to go back and see the chat. Guys, this was helpful for you. I'm super glad. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let this recording render. I'm going to get it uploaded. I'm going to put it in Mighty Networks, and then I will create an encore link. We will do one more Q&A since I did not realize, I didn't realize that it was only 100 people. And I see a couple of you saying that I didn't answer your question. I promise I went through every single question in the Q&A box. I went through every single one, unless it was one that says, hey, review my funnel. So I'm sorry if I didn't see it, but I did go through all the questions. So thank you guys. This was amazing. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Stick with it. This week there's no breaks. Like it's all the way. And the next week is traffic. And I will pop on live one more time. So guys, if your question was not answered, it was because you didn't put it in the Q&A box. You put it in the chat and I can't watch the chat. It just goes way too fast. So it needs to go in the Q&A box, but you'll have another chance. I'll pop on live next week. Okay. Thank you guys. Have an amazing weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.